Explicit critics.
We're here for DC Suicide Watch.
Mooks.
Squad.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It might be Suicide Watch
Cut
after
the
this.
wrists. Bring out the box cutter.
Yeah, so you're here for Explicit Critics, and before you say anything, if you're a subscriber, yes, we're going to have everybody here to do it on Saturday, just we needed to get a review out before everybody else.
In due time.
So we wanted to get a non-spoiler review for you right now. It's going to be short, non-spoilers.
And I just want to, gotta tease them.
We'll discuss it with like 7 or 8 people on fucking Saturday, but
a little foreplay.
they couldn't all get here right now. And yes, we're gonna address the fucking David Ayer fucking controversy that he said, fuck Marvel. And we're also gonna address these bitches that petition to get Rotten Tomatoes shut down because they're such DC dick riders that they can't stand anybody. Well, Rotten Tomatoes doesn't even make the reviews.
Yeah, exactly.
But they don't understand that, and if they do understand it, they're fucking idiots.
Everybody that signed, how many people?
Yeah, like 15,000. We're going to address that though when everybody's here.
15,000
we'll address that.
idiots.
So just be waiting for that on fucking Saturday or Sunday. Let's make this short and sweet.
Shit.
You thought it was shit?
No, I didn't think it was shit. It was like, no, it was shit, but it wasn't like diarrhea shit. Like, it could be worse. It could be worse. Because it did have my attention throughout the whole movie.
Yeah. This movie really was like weird.
Like, it was definitely weird.
Weird as in it made me feel weird. Like I liked some parts of the movie a lot, and then some of it was like, this is one of the worst movies I've.
But then it found a way to like bring you back. It's like, oh, this is actually pretty nice. I like how they did that, and it was like what the fuck just happened? Like they'll set up like for a perfect punchline, and then like where the fuck did it go? Like what happened? But yeah, it was all over the place.
I walked out of the movie thinking, or not thinking, questioning, did I like this more or BVS? And I fucking hated BVS, but I didn't hate this movie. I don't know why it was a question.
I didn't hate this movie, and going in, I was excited to see it.
Yeah, I think we all were.
Some parts were disappointing, but I feel like it outweighed by all the cool, interesting stuff that they did provide with it. It was a good, I won't say it was a balanced movie, but somehow it wasn't as bad as BVS.
Yeah, I'll definitely say this. It was not a good movie. There was just a lot of good elements in there.
The dialogue is shitty.
The story is shit.
Yeah.
This story is garbage and it's so muddled. Like, what the fuck is going on? And like here, let's throw an intro to this character. Intro. It's like,
how can we throw this person in there? Let's introduce them and then fuck them. Let's bring somebody. Let's. How can we change it up from here?
It just seemed like it was like 3 different kind of movies in one. Like, here, let's do something that's really funny. Oh, let's do something really serious. Oh, here's an intro to this character. Here's this whole backstory in like a YouTube page. Like,
oh man,
it was like I didn't know what format they were trying to go for. Like, it was fun in some parts, and then it like detracted from the fun in other parts because it was like when they were well, we can't go into spoilers, but that whole fight scene when they were fighting like the villains, I was like, this is fucking retarded. Like
like the gimps, like
yeah.
Oh no, the intro to like how they first saw them was kind of drawn out and boring.
What do you mean? Who first saw them?
When they first met the bad guys, like the gimps, the
yeah.
It's like, oh, they're just standing there, and it's just like, oh, what are these?
Well, yeah, it's hard to not go into specifics, so let's just go like through the characters.
Deadshot
I liked. I liked Will Smith.
Deadshot. But I just like Will Smith. He just did. That was Hancock all over.
But you know what? He kind of changed it up, from Hancock. It seemed like he cared a little bit more in this movie.
About what?
About like
being
a better person.
Oh, okay.
At the end, Hancock, but at the end, start of Hancock didn't give a fuck. Will Smith seemed like he actually gave a fuck throughout the whole movie. It's just, it wasn't his number one priority.
As an actor. Like, he was, like, acting...
No, his character. His character.
Okay. Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'm not gonna say he was better than Hancock, but I did really like his role because he really did sell it. Out of Harley Quinn and Deadshot, characters were solid, in my opinion. They're really nice.
Harley Quinn was my favorite character in the movie. And
by far.
I thought I was gonna hate her. I fucking.
If anything, I think there's some parts where she saved the scene.
Yeah.
Because there was a shitty scene, and then she'll just be like, she'll say something, one thing, and then just bring it back. It's like, oh.
And she did a really good job acting.
Yeah, that was.
Like, she did a really.
In my opinion, it just reminded me of the games and all the animated series of Harley Quinn. It was just like.
So, good job. Good job, Margot Robbie. That was nice.
And she's not as hot as in other movies, though, but she's still.
The Joker, I liked him, but I thought I was going to like him more.
Yes, I feel like it was kind of, like going in. It was kind of overrated.
Like I thought I was gonna like him a lot more than Heath Ledger, and it didn't turn out like that. He might be better, but they didn't give him enough scenes.
Exactly, it's hidden. But I felt like it's a different. Well, it is a different take on Joker. Different. But it's like a modern Joker.
He's like a fucking gangster Joker.
Yeah, it's like, but. Whoa,
a mob boss. Like a mob boss fucking Joker.
But to fit this time, I feel like he's just... Yeah, it was weird. I liked it, though.
I liked it. I just thought I was going to, like... Because I'm a big fan of Jared Leto.
He had some hard-ass scenes, too. He had some hard-ass scenes.
And I thought he was just going to... It's just they didn't give him enough time to shine. That's really what it was.
Well, because he's also supposed to be in the standalone Batman.
Yeah.
Katana was dope.
Katana was dope, but they didn't give her anything.
Nah, they didn't give her shit. They gave her one scene when like she first came out.
But she's another problem with the movie. Her and that other dude, like they got like 2 seconds of introduction. They got thrown in the movie. It's like, what the fuck? I don't even know what his name is. I don't want to talk about it because that'll go into spoilers. But like that's what it is. She hops on at the last second. It's like, really? You needed to throw another motherfucker in here?
They were just. And her name was in the book in the beginning.
Yeah,
If you look in like the folder, so it's like why it wasn't. The way she came in didn't seem like.
It's just because they couldn't have had her in the prison because it wouldn't have fucking made sense. And another character that I really liked, Diablo, was nice. He was hard. You didn't like him? I thought some of the powers looked whack.
The way they like kept him secret, and.
Yeah, that was kind of
the
bullshit. But his character,
how he was. Oh, I don't know how he portrayed. The actor was nice. The actor was really nice.
That's what I'm.
A lot of his scenes are really nice, but I don't think they really thought about how they were really gonna keep what he stood for and then put it into, like. Coming around with working with everybody else.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah, it felt like fucking rushed.
Yeah, it was rushed and forced. Which, if it was like any situation,
make a good combination.
It was just like what. That's what made him. Because early he had these ties, and that's what broke it. Like that's what you chose to ruin your morals off of. It was just weird. Like, I felt like they could have found a better way to actually bring him into the team.
Killer Croc.
Whack.
Is definitely noteworthy for being the wackest character. Holy shit, man.
So whack. He shouldn't even have been
horrible.
There. I think the only role he had was... I can't fucking...
Yo, all I gotta say is that shit was garbage. He definitely shouldn't have been in the movie. Like he detracted from the movie in every scene. His stance in like
oh my god, his freaking. No, it's a spoiler. I'll let you find out. This fool's body language, movements, and everything is straight shit. The way he talks is shitty. They didn't even sync it to where like the way his lips are moving or anything. It was just, it was shitty. They could have done a better job on Killer Croc. They killed Killer Croc.
Yeah, and they definitely didn't do him justice. Like Killer Croc's supposed to be a lot bigger, like you said,
big ass motherfucker.
So they should have just left him out and maybe put him in something else.
He's supposed to be like
on him,
the durable bruiser type, and
they
that
shit on him.
Shit
on him.
I already told you he was small, but damn. his head is like the bulky, no homo, but
for real. When he took his shirt off, I'm like,
it's not like they could. First of all, they could have casted like a bigger person if they were gonna do that. Like get a ripped fool to play that role to at least fit the character. It's like a scrawny mother. I could have been fucking Killer Croc, and it's like. Shit, I'm black. I should have just.
Yeah. And they definitely wanted to fucking harp on that he was black. Oh my gosh, man.
When spoilers come, it'll be nice. Tune into the next one. It'll be nice.
And it was like, it wasn't even really black. It was like stereotypical black. Like that one.
Give me a hood.
No. His request, I was like, get the fuck out of here. We'll go into that in spoilers though. Okay, who else?
Boomerang, Captain Boomerang.
He was alright. It was more like the person that played him did a good job, but it was more like
his character didn't fucking matter.
Fucking dude, yeah, exactly.
He was irrelevant. He
was in there for like comic relief.
Yeah, but then he wasn't even funny.
Wasn't even funny. Yeah.
Because then he like tried to do this Aussie accent, and then like the first time he came up, and it was just like, what the fuck are you trying to say?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Will Smith and fucking Harley Quinn were the funniest in the movie by far. By far.
Even, the other two, Enchantress and the lead.
Oh, wow.
The lead.
Here's another fucking negative thing about this movie. Enchantress looked shitty in some scenes. We can't give it away.
In some scenes.
The CGI was horrible.
But, to bring it, like, to save themselves, CGI was nice in some parts.
Yeah, okay, like very small though.
In some part,
very small. With her?
Yeah, like with her.
Towards the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah, that was cool, but it didn't make up for the horribleness at the end. Like, it was, oh wow, man. God, like, horrible. And it wasn't like a jump cut, it was like an extended scene where I was like, is this a cartoon?
I'm not gonna tell you how you should feel. I felt the start of the movie. It started up. It was like, damn, this is really good. And then like once it got on, it was like, what? Like, well, okay, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, what is?
Yeah.
It's like they realized how much money they got left and was like, oh shit, we gotta wrap this up. But
there's other things to talk about, but we want to keep this short. This is how I felt about the movie. The fucking movie literally brought circumstances in there to let you know what these people could do. It was like, this has nothing to do with this story, but let's throw this shit in there so everybody loves these characters.
Yes, and then they put it in at some points where they shouldn't have been put in. Oh, fuck
no. They shouldn't have put it in. Like,
some parts when they did it were fine. Some of them were fine.
Because they actually kind of had to do with the story, but some of them, you could tell they just put them in there so you could either feel for the characters or, oh, here, this is what this person could do, because they didn't have enough time to show it already in the movie. It's like every part of this movie services another part of this movie so it can all work together, but then at the end product doesn't work together.
Yeah. Oh.
And you know how they went back for reshoots? Did you hear about that? And people are like, oh yeah, every movie goes into reshoots. I think this movie went into reshoots because they thought that shit was a mess. They tried to fix the mess, and it was still a fucking mess.
That would make more sense on why it's
so jumbled and fucking
It feels jumpy. That would make more sense.
It's like, oh my gosh, this shit's whack. So let's try to tie this up. Oh, let's try to tie this up, but then it just nothing's tied up in the end.
And another thing I didn't like was, the soundtrack will be nice because there's so much music in this fucking movie.
Well, that doesn't mean it's nice. There was some nice tracks in there, but every one of them was nice, you think?
I liked every song on there.
Fuck no, I definitely did.
Every song on there, because I already knew every song on there.
I didn't.
It's like, oh, I like this. Oh, I like this song.
This shit
this song.
seemed like an extended music video. There was like 20 tracks in the movie.
In the first 5 minutes, there's four or five different songs. Like just to start, and that's how jumpy it is. They use the music to segue or introduce a different part of it as like to blend, but you can still feel it. It was terrible. But I still didn't hate the movie. Like I
really didn't hate the movie. It's just I hated some parts so much that I was like, damn, like why did you fuck that shit up?
I will give them props because they are doing a better job. They are, like, DC's doing a better job.
What do you mean doing a better job?
Because BVS was terrible.
It was terrible, but this is the thing. Was it more terrible than this movie? Or is it just they fucking tarnished the two most well-known characters? Nobody gives a fuck about these characters besides maybe like 2 or 3. So you don't really give a fuck as long as the movie's alright.
That's true.
Like I didn't give a fuck that this Joker is way different than the fucking real Joker. Like that was cool. Harley Quinn was pretty spot on. But I know Deadshot is not exactly like that in the comics. That was Will Smith as Deadshot. It wasn't Deadshot being played by Will Smith.
True.
So, cool. I think that's kind of how it is. It's like, they can fuck up shit and nobody's really going to give a fuck. They're just going to like, oh, it's DC, so we're going to fucking love it. As far as like DC doing better because of this movie, I will say I liked it more than BVS. I don't know if it was a better movie. It was just like, BVS was such like a phenomenal fuck up. Like, they could have done so much better with that movie. I don't know if they could have done so much better with this movie.
I'm telling you, there's different types of shit in the world. It's like
there is.
The liquidy peanut gathering shits, like the green discolored shits, and then there's Suicide Squad, which is like a nice monkey tail that comes out your ass. It's some nice long shit. But it's like you have to shit sometimes. You understand that?
But this is the thing, like if they did do better, to me it wasn't noticeable because except for like a few lines that were thrown in there, this didn't seem like it took place in the DC cinematic universe. It was like, this seems way different than everything else. Not different tone, like it seemed like nothing's really happening in the DC.
If you went in not knowing if this was a superhero movie, comic movie, like you can easily see that this doesn't even fall in DC. Like you could be lost if certain things didn't happen. It was like, oh well, this just seems like a normal action movie with a mutant and a crazy ass white chick and a guy that shoots really well. Like there's no like instant portrayal.
There is when it's fucking DC big logo at the start of the movie.
Yeah, but like say if you caught this like during TNT movie time, it's like, oh, this is a little action movie. It doesn't really set itself apart from or make it like special. Yeah. You know what I mean?
The overall villains were whack. Like it was just so whack. Like the whole story behind them wasn't fleshed out at all.
The portrayal of Powers was totally flawed.
Oh, yeah, it was.
They made him seem like unstoppable, and it was like, how are they? And then it's like they realized which characters they had to defeat that villain, and then they just they nerfed them so hard.
And people that like diss the fucking Marvel films for their villains, this shit was garbage compared to even some of the Marvel villains. It's like they didn't even have fucking names. It was like what?
That's true.
Fuck?
It was just.
Yo,
is that a spoiler mentioning their names?
Don't mention the names that they actually do, but yeah, like holy shit.
Fuck. First viewing, because the second viewing, a lot more crap will show up that I might not like. I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
Damn.
6.5. Because it did entertain me, and there was a lot of stuff that I really liked that I haven't really seen before. I'll take that back. I give it a 6. I just thought about some other shit. 6.
I'm gonna give it a nice, solid 5. I couldn't even give it more, like if I wanted to. There, like you said, there was more good shit than negative, but like some of the negatives, I was like, fuck. Like this should not be a fucking mistake at this point.
Yeah, as a movie, it wasn't a good movie.
No. But it was entertaining.
Yeah, it was entertaining.
At some points, not all of it. I wouldn't.
And the things they had to offer were nice. It's like going to a fucking restaurant. It was like, oh, the food's good, but it's fucking in the barrio. And it's a fucking hole in the wall. It's like there's roaches on the floor, but this is the best damn Mexican food I've ever had.
Make sure to check back for our fucking group discussion, and we're going to go into spoilers then. We can talk more fully about everything. Our gripes with the movie, and even our praises for the movie, because we just really couldn't say shit. We had to be vague in this, so make sure to check us again. X-plicit Critics, here with Callus Allen. Catch you next time.
How the fuck are you gonna tell me Havoc is introducing Scott Summers to the fucking X-Men? Oh, they're not even the X-Men in this movie. It's like a first. Yeah.
It's like, oh, the X-Men were dead, but we're gonna bring them back.
And Mystique can catch a dick. She did not get that. Yo, this gay motherfucker. Oh my god. Look at the dick. Yo. I haven't seen it. So, have you seen it? I have. And I liked it. Anyway, how do you like it? Because, oh my god. It's so nice. Got a nice sample, nice beat, fucking.
It's well lyrical, it's really nice. The flow just matches.
It fits his voice. And it's a really good, like, message.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's what fit even better with the sample.